Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fan.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, March 11th, 2025. I almost said 24. You're in the Java Cafe this morning for what will be a quick shot this morning because I got some things to take care of and do. Shout out to everybody that's already on, and do me a favor, hit that share and like button. If you just happen to be watching on YouTube, subscribe. Did I say that right? Subscribe to the Java with Jimmy TV channel on YouTube as well. Let's jump right into the Java Cafe and say good morning and see who is in the room this morning. Of course, Mama Java is actually, I had to scroll up. Nisi is the first person in the building this morning. Good to see you. Then is Mama Java. Nicole, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Vaughn, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Always thank you so much for the support, brother. Sister Michelle D. Smith, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Shamika, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. And Miss Teresa, did you sleep? Good to see you in the room this morning as well. Over on Instagram, let's see who is in the room. Adrian Gill, good morning to you. And Arbe Blue, good morning to you over on Instagram. Listen, it's Testimony Tuesday, and there's a lot for which I can personally and professionally testify, but I will spare you and save that for the next couple of weeks as we gear up. And I will say that part of my testimony in these next 2 weeks is the fact that we will have completed 5 years of service to community, of impact, of consistency, of the first year, every single solitary day. And just to update, because a couple of people have reached out, and I guess I need to put a post up for those that aren't able to tune in or not notice or pick this up if they do the afterwatch. But we are not having the 5-year Javaversary Sneaker Ball big event I wanted to do on the 22nd. However, doing something small with team and a couple of major supporters. And we will move that date back and keep you all abreast. And so on the 24th, though, virtually, we will celebrate a little bit of call-in, some people logging in, a couple of videos on March 24th, the actual day at 9 a.m. Somebody or everybody, 9 a.m. on the 24th. For old time's sake, we're going to go back to 9 a.m. Speaking of changing times, close out the anniversary before I move on. No big event on the 22nd. There may be something on the 21st. Y'all know my mothers and certain folks. I got to get something together for y'all, but we may do something late night on the 21st and may do a brunch. I'll find out probably later today if we're going to do a brunch on the 23rd, and everyone would be, at your own cost to attend. And so we'll keep you abreast about that. But speaking of time, still repping, just popped on. Oh, Jesus. Just popped on over on Instagram, and I can only imagine what type of prompts and comments I'm going to see. And if he's real intentional, well, I'll keep an eye on Instagram. But if y'all see Carlos Enriquez pop up on Facebook, know that he's coming in to troll in a good way and act up. And yeah, we've already texted about some things this morning, so I'm going to try to keep those at bay on Testimony Tuesday. So Kiki Todd, if that's who I think it is, I owe you about a year, if not more. Good to see you over on Instagram, and shout out for all that you're doing. Great artists doing some conscious music. Kiki Todd over on Instagram. You all go check them out at KIKIDOTD. I think I got that right. Or that may be Kiki.D. That may not be the artist I was thinking of. Y'all, the Instagram names be messing me up. So anyway, Los is over on Instagram. Keep an eye on there. Sharon Cornelius is in the room. Good to see you in the room. Michelle D. Smith, thank you so much. 9 a.m. on March 24th. Sister Debbie, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Also, Miss Teresa, thank you for naming that. And our greeter, in the Java Cafe before they even comment. Dina, good to see you in the room this morning. And also, I think I saw someone else say hi to somebody else. Good to see all the folks in the room this morning. Speaking of time change, we also wanted to keep you abreast that Mayor Michelle Wu will join us on Thursday at 11 a.m. Uh-oh, it goes. Alexa, turn Jimmy to volume 0. There go Milagro. Milagro, good to see you in the room this morning. Sharon Cornelius, there goes the cup. I think I said your name 3 times already, but Charlotte, good morning to you. Good to see you. Charlotte, my seedlings and my little thing, I got 5. I got 5 things that I've taken out of seedling, and they're growing a little sprout. And yeah, cucumbers, I think a pepper, and I saw lavender pop, the little curve thing that they do when they're popping up. Lavender popped. The collards, the bell sweet peppers, and the kale, they are aggravating. They said 7 to 14 days. I think they all trying to wait till 14 or 13 and a half days because they haven't popped yet. But Charlotte, good to see you in the room. Good luck on your gardening as well. James O'Brien, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning. Also, Dina, there she goes. Good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. All right, folks, it is Testimony Tuesday. And y'all have been getting away with some things. Carlos said he needs to plant his lavender. Listen, first of all, the smell is good. It keeps bugs and pests away. But gardening is, I know it's not Mental Health Monday, but gardening is, I'm telling you, me being out there just measuring and just getting ready. I have to figure out with the landlord because her the 20 by 20 area she gave me is on an inclined plane and it slopes. And so I got to get, I told somebody the other day, what did I say? I'm getting a gig and a contract just for my gardening to see if, my landlord would be open to a little bit of like a 3-foot retainer wall, even off the space. And then, the thing is, you let me do it and I'll drop vegetables off. And just in case she's watching, I'll drop vegetables off. And, when I get my house, that little semi-garden that will probably have a 4-foot by 4-foot little cement wannabe patio within the garden that she's going to let me section off. So anyway, Carlos, I'm so glad that you are gardening as well. It is very therapeutic. Showtime, good to see you in the room. Showtime T5. Miss Ari, good to see you in the room. I was happy to report some things to you yesterday. It's good to see folks on when you owe them something, and when they pop on, you can smile and say that you sent a list yesterday. So Ari, good to see you on this morning. James O'Brien is the greatest person. Can't wait to hear her on. James, thank you very much for that. You share that sentiment. Some people will be popping on Thursday that may not share that. However, it is our responsibility to try to be as balanced as possible. Am I favorable toward a friend? Yes. But anyway, James, hopefully you can make it back. Pam, good morning. Good to see you in the room this morning. Good to see you. Charlotte said she needs to clean her raised bed. I don't even have it. I can show y'all what I do have, and it's not a raised bed. And where did I put it? I went out and measured. Now, for those of you that have an iPhone, and I'm not being shady toward the droids, I just don't know if you all have the ability, but there's something on the iPhone called a measurer, and you can literally measure your space if you're trying to fit something in there. Where is it? I just did it the other day. So I don't even have a raised bed. This is the area. Come on. This is the area that I have, and it is quite unleveled. So at least you got a raised bed there to clean out. I can get the right contract and a couple of good gigs, I will have Brother Mario. I already put him on standby to come by and do some raised beds for me. But I'm thinking and backing up into the buckets. The food safe totes to make it happen. So anyway, not to bore y'all with the gardening, but there will be a Java Garden Instagram page soon. Buenos dias. Shalom. Prayerful all continues to be well with you, the fam and business. Can't wait to connect during this Women's History Month. In the cut, Pam, and see, y'all are doing your own thing. Pam and Michelle about to get up and make some things happen. Testimony Tuesday. One word in the comments for what you're dealing and being tested with by. I was going to say who, but we don't want any names in the comments. And just in that vein, I need to say shout out to Brother Beefy Cousins, because he started out with violence yesterday and put up a post for married people. You talk about comments. Don't forget testimony. Name for what you're struggling with. Beefy put up a post yesterday that said, talk to me, ladies. Is it that hard for y'all to apologize versus counting rice? And to make sure you understand, and I want to hear Los's thoughts on this, he put a picture with it. Ladies, would you all rather count rice or apologize to your spouse? So along with that, are married women in the room, coupled spouses, your partner, significant, however it's defined, along with test. And as I said, this is why I thought about this. Don't put who, but describe a situation or whatever it is in one word by which you're being tested. So, Miss Teresa, I'm laughing because that's our thing. Miss Teresa and I know that both of our sleep hygiene, mine's a little bit better than hers. She eats and drinks a little bit better than me. But that is just funny. Michelle D. Smith said on her testimony Tuesday, she has a praise report for entrepreneurship. That is definitely dope. Ma, define for me about faithful. You, because you faithful and you loyal. So I need to know what you mean there. Milagro said he's usually wrong anyway. So yeah, not a somebody tag Brother Beefy, and let him know this conversation. I seen a comment from Dina. I don't know what it's in reference to, but for some reason, I think it might be in reference to Beefy's question. Let me read Pam's first. I still have no personality admitting when I'm wrong. And that still didn't work. So, Pam, that's it. Cause some of us are the types we'll take responsibility and what's our role in it. And it almost gives the other person a attempt to scapegoat. We got to find balance and they need to be accountable while we owning our stuff. And that ain't just in relationships. Oh, Jesus, Dr. Crump Swabe. Okay. I'm going to go look at these two. Okay. Dina's is a little bit different than what I thought. Dina said, I apologize to anyone when I am wrong or been told I was wrong. Never above an apology. Okay, Dina, forgive me. Because I was just messing with a little bit of satire of a married couple. And, now, Dina, we know when you're right. Dr. Swaby, good morning, Jimmy. Not calling you Mr. That's just don't ever call me Java, Dr. Swaby. You go too far back. Ma said her testimony is everything. I know how that is. Life is lifing. Pastor Marion said in reference to that her testimony is God is faithful. Okay, Ma, that could be a testimony. God is faithful, and that could be your word. Got you. And thank you, because testimony can be good. And we've talked about that. So it's not just a challenge, but Ma's testimony is that God is faithful. So thank you, Mother. Pam said, I have no problem admitting when I am wrong, and that still didn't work. To my point. The personality thing, It does take a certain personality to be able to take on and apologize. Miss Teresa said, I ain't apologizing nor counting rice, especially because I'm always 98.7% right. Oh, please. I just said that. We know. I need to see what Javon says from a man's perspective. Seek urgent assistance for elderly gentlemen seeking urgent assistance for a gentleman who has been a victim of financial exploitation. He is 80 years old and has never been on government assistance. Unfortunately, he is now left with nothing due to the abuse he has suffered. Can't find any resources to help with this matter. Vaughn, that would be a state issue. So whoa, hold on. So the first thing you need to do is help him or call go either with him, or if somebody can help him, call 311 and ask to be transferred to Age Strong. That's on the city level. The other thing on the state level is, I don't know if MCAD, if Los you're still on, or anybody knows anybody that understands elder abuse, tag them and connect them with Vaughn. The other thing is, I don't know if the Mass Commission Against Discrimination, MCAD, that's elder abuse. I'm not sure. The other thing is, you can contact the Attorney General's office. And also, I would probably look at Greater Boston Legal Services in case he needs some representation. Just again, we're looking for assistance for someone who has been a victim of financial exploitation, potentially identity theft. He has never been on government assistance, which is awesome at 80, because he should be getting his Social Security. Unfortunately, he is now left with nothing due to the abuse he has suffered. Can't find any resources to help him. So also, if you all have resources, Vaughn, I don't know, clothes, Vaughn, put in the comments what this man's needs are, and we'll do what we do and just try to get you connected in the virtual space to get you some sort of resources and support. So I'm going to leave this up for a second. And you all can inbox Brother Vaughn if you have any suggestions or resources or know of any legal assistance, or if you work in Social Security or what. Well, he said he hasn't been on government assistance. Vaughn, thank you for that. Let's go back to the comments. I see Sharon said, it's another day that the Lord gave me, that another day to give my Lord praise for who he is. Dina said, regarding my marriage, I knew it was coming. Dina said, regarding my marriage, I'm always right. Ma, I definitely understand. Life definitely be lifing. And also Pastor Marion said, and Sheik said, tap into her too. I'm only responsible for what I can say and do. So whether someone responds to my apology, there comes Pastor Marion, whether they respond to my apology or not is their business. Now, Pastor Marion, knowing you, understand your demeanor and how you are. However, that made me think of a thought that Bishop mentioned one day, that sometimes things have been done. The person that did it, contrite, did this self-work, back work, shadow work, and then also are ready to apologize to the victim, but that person may not be ready yet. And so we got to, give grace. And so a little bit deeper than Beefy's question, and definitely not saying that this was Pastor Marion's point at all, but it was just a thought, because I've been in some situations where less of them not being ready for the apology, more of me not being ready. But I put up a post yesterday. I'm doing better. I'm healing. So yeah. Miss Teresa said the elder abuse hotline. I know 311 at the city level, not presuming Vaughn, and I know you across the state, presuming they're in Boston. If they're not in Boston, 211 should be a resource. If anybody has the elder abuse hotline number. Please put that in. Steve Barron, good morning. Good to see you. What's up, brother? Good to see you in the room, man. I can see his picture clear. Good to see you in the room, sir. I think he's out of, are you Senator Miranda office? Good to see you, sir. Vaughn, definitely, brother. I'm glad to whatever we can do as far as connections here. Dina said, so Vaughn, connect with Vaughn, have him call Age Strong or whoever's helping him, or if you're helping him, put in with 311 and Age Strong. Have him register. My mother has worked with Age Strong, and you might have to nudge a little bit, but at the city level, that's a resource. If this brother is who I think he is, from, not to put you on the spot, but depending on where he lives, Brother Barron too may be a resource. Miss Teresa put a hyperlink in Vaughn, Protect Older Adults. You can check out that, and she tagged you, so you can check out that website. Rather, this has taken me back to what we used to do in 2020. Real live and real time resources. Dope. Michelle D. Smith, all of the resources that our brother James mentioned are great start. Age Strong, Elder Abuse Hotline, Greater Boston Legal Services, and Attorney General's Office. I'll keep the situation in prayer. God bless, and helping this elder unconscionable, not fair. And also, Mother is saying some people in the wrong, but because you're a Christian, should always apologize. Yes, well, I'm going to behave. Milagro, by the way, Jimmy, just saying, what did you describe earlier? Sounded like something called a ruler measuring tape. No, this is an electronic one. On your phone, you can go from point A to point B, and it measures it, and then you take a picture of it. And as I showed you, you got the whole footage of the space lined up, so you can show your contract. I want 20 feet here, 4 feet here, turn to the 7. Yeah, Milagro, leave me alone. Miss Teresa said, my issue is the people that have a problem apologizing to me because I'm we feel like it because we are ready, that others are and they're not. I don't hold them. I let their conscience to it, or do it rather. That's real, because the other side of that is you can't have their unforgiveness held over you. There's accountability, but yeah, that's a whole nother piece in itself. And Miss Teresa put the actual number up there. The Elder Abuse Hotline is 800-922-2275. And there are many forms of elder abuse. So let me just keep that there. Pam said, and who knows? Oh, I just talked to Brother Newt, and I were talking about how BCYF at Grove Hall has converted into a senior center. They may be able to direct you to more services. Absolutely, Brother Vaughn. Real Boston Media is in the building. Good to see y'all in the building. Dina said, Vaughn, message me so I can try to connect you. So awesome. We got connections going on here and disconnections as well. And so thank you, Pam. Thank you, Miss Teresa. Thank you, Dina. Thank you. Who else? Put some resources in there for Brother Vaughn. And Brother Vaughn, thank you for bringing that to the Java Cafe. And Sheik as well said she would walk into the Attorney General's office. So we are actively, Real Boston Media, helping a brother who is aware of an 80-year-old who experienced financial abuse. Oh God, and the Instagram name is throwing me off. We got a lawyer that was over on our Instagram listening in. So if you jump back on and have any advice, let us know. But we are trying to get Brother Vaughn assistance to support this 80-year-old who is a victim of elder abuse, financial elder abuse. So that's what we're doing right now in real time. And there go Miss Teresa starting trouble. All right, folks, it is 10:28. We're going to get ready to wrap up very shortly. Don't forget, on Thursday, we will be back tomorrow, but on Thursday at, and y'all didn't put anything in there for testimony. A few people did, but there are 36 people of y'all, 36 of y'all on here, and I only saw about 3 or 4, 3 or 4 words, maybe 5. Joe Budden just talked about this on his really? No, funny. No, I'm messing. That's me and Real Boston Media's thing, because they're a budding Joe Budden fan. No pun intended. They're a Joe Budden fan. Sheila, good morning over on YouTube. Good to see you in the room. Her testimony today is her mindset, and it could either be that it is a testimony in that there's accomplishments, or a little bit of a challenge and test that keeping the right mindset. And Sheila, I'm with you, because as my mother said, when life be life, and keeping the right mindset is a big part of the battle. I put in a post yesterday, when triggers happen in my life now, I've given 2 of them a name. And I'll tell y'all, financial triggers are called HER, but there's a little attitude. Big stressors are called dystrasia. Dystrasia. And I was in a workshop a few weeks ago, and Shay Rose had said something along the lines of something about interacting with the triggers and knowing them and being familiar with them. I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "When mine try to pop up, I'm going to give them a little personality, challenge them, let them know that they're not going to have that much power." So mindset, Sheila, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Nisi said her word is calm. Her testimony is calm this morning. And also Pam said that hers is being tired. So me and Miss Teresa, our testimony is trying to get better sleep hygiene. Sharon Cornelia said, I did always have a testimony about the goodness of the Lord. Amen. All right, Sharon, you did. Financial triggers are called dystrasia. Distress. I might actually, anyway, never mind. So, Sheila, thank you for that unsolicited rant about mindset. Milagro, to my point about measure. I have a measuring tape, Milagro, but I don't know if it's going to cover 20 feet. I'm just saying those things exist. Everyone just be relying on the phone apps more now. We do, but with the measuring tape, you can't take a picture. You got to put the orange little thing, then put a sign that says 20 feet, and then put But all right, the Real Boston Media. They were saying how financial abuse was negative, and Joe was asking how it was negative. Was he asking for inquiry to spark a conversation? Or did he really act like he didn't know how elder abuse was? I'm going to presume it was to drive a conversation, ask a question. I do it sometimes. Dina said that her testimony word is patience. Whoo, Jesus. Now, I'll tell y'all, and then we're going to get ready to go. Some years ago, that was my issue. Miss Teresa. Anyway, Uncle Thaddeus, good morning. It is Testimony Tuesday, and it is a testimony to see you in the room this morning. Good to see you, sir. Miss Teresa, you are too much. But back to Real Boston Media's point. Hopefully Joe was trying to inquire and spark some conversation about, just abuse in any form is just interesting. But when it comes to elders and children, and it's just very different. It has a different sting. For me, it does. I can only say that for me. So, all right, folks. Dina said that one of her testimonies is, my issue is venting out loud at work. I used to do. The medical industry will do that. I got in trouble once in children's ER because the doctors kept sitting in my seat. I had my own little corner for the senior emergency room secretary. And when I needed to come sit and register or come sit and call a doctor or page, I needed to do it and not wait for the resident or the nurse to get out my seat. And I would always, as they were getting up, I would always mumble some commentary up under my breath. And when I got to put on a performance improvement plan, a PIP, and if you don't know what that is, be glad, it was cited about my commentary in the charting area in the emergency room. So, Dina, you're going to pass the test. Give what you want to do outburst about at work. Give it a name. And just under your breath, just give it a name. And when you see it coming, be because then you can control your reaction to it. When you give these things, that my experience has been just in these last few weeks of hearing Shay Rose talk about it, you give these things a little bit of personality, not too much space. But again, to Sheila's point, mindset. All right, I'm getting off, and Miss Teresa says she's here all week. I'm getting off of here. Yeah, my mouth. Mayor Menino in that Eagle room, my mouth. Where else? Youth Build, my very last job, my mouth. Mm-hmm. But Sister Teresa Sita, Jesus Lord, I hope I said that right. Welcome to you over on Instagram. Welcome to the Java Cafe. Listen, folks, we're really going to get ready to wrap up. Again, dates wise, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. We need to know Wednesday. Also Thursday at 11 a.m., Mayor Michelle Wu, and at 11:30, Madre Good, the newly appointed executive director of the New England Culinary Arts Training Program, will be with us right after the mayor. So Thursday is a late day, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Mayor Wu at 11, Madre Good at 11:30. Asiya, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning. And then March 22nd has been postponed. And March 24th at 9 a.m. All right, that is it for me. I think that is it as far as announcements. Oh, May 3rd, the Joseph R. Betancourt Health Fair right now is planned for May 3rd. All right, keep that date open, May 3rd. I think that's it. Okay. UCB members, you all get an hour today. It's 10:37. You all get your hour. I stayed on past 1:31. So you all get your hour of credit to get your gift cards for participation in community events. All right, that's it for me. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And we'll be back. And then the next week or so, we're bringing in some folks, bringing in guests again. And then on the week of the 24th. Now, 24th, we're going to do the anniversary. And I'm taking the rest of the week off. Probably. That's the plan. That's what we usually, that is what we've usually done for the anniversary, is take off the week or the remaining days after the anniversary. So this year it falls on a Monday. So that means I get Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday off. So we'll keep you abreast about that. All right. May 3rd is the health fair. Good. Someone else commented on that, Thaddeus. What? Anyway, hold on. When I get texts from people that are on, I just got to make sure it's not. Oh, okay. I got some clarity. All right. This stressor. Miss Teresa, I can't stand you. I need a Java calendar. We just let me get through this anniversary. Miss Sharon and some other things. Just let me get through this anniversary. This, when I tell you, and it hit me the other day that this has been the hardest year of my life when you talk about personal and professional conflating. And about 2 weeks ago, I said, oh, we're about to celebrate 5 years. Why would this not be the hardest year, personally and professionally? So we're coming out of challenges and doing some things, Miss Teresa. So Sharon, so it's coming. Not Real Boston Media. That's not what Sharon meant. She meant like an itinerary, not a pictured calendar. I'm not, man, please. Carlton Buford is Carlton. Yo. I just look back, man, and remember the night y'all was here. The night y'all was here for the show. Good to see you in the room, brother. Good to see you in the room. I appreciate you, man. And thank you for all the work you're doing over in Heath and other spaces and whatnot. Thank you, man. Thank you. I am Jay the DJ. Just jumped on over on Instagram, one of Jalen Brown's producers and the owner of Jay the DJ Studios. Dina is in the building. I was just talking about our guest coming in soon, and she was who I had in mind. She'll be coming in soon to talk about her work in the autism space. Uncle Thaddeus, yes, we did move the anniversary date back. However, you'll be getting an email, because if you're free on the 24th, I want you to do that, or you can do a pre-record and do a video. But yes, I made and I made a wise decision. I explained the other day that the anxiety trying to pull this thing off in 2 weeks and the awards, and I made a decision for my mental health, Davis Systems mental health. And so we did push the anniversary back, Unc. But I was going to update. All right. Brother Carlton, I love what you're doing. Shoot. So, all right. Freudian slip, Miss Teresa, merch. Merch is coming back too, y'all. Go check out the website. It's being developed, but it's new, and we're going to have some stuff coming up on there soon. All right. Y'all got me an extra 4 minutes. You got your hour points anyway. I'm really getting off of here this time for sure. Uncle Thaddeus, I'll follow up with you shortly, and we will see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Remember, on this Testimony Tuesday, those tests come for a reason. When I tell you I got a little tougher skin during this test of the last year, learning not to reveal as much, though I'm doing some of it right now. And it makes you better. You also can have the option, Uncle Thaddeus, to be intentional. Test yourself with different love, with different challenges, different things, different foods, different books, I was going to say something else, but and not what y'all thought I was going to say. Just different. Test yourself and let there be a testimony that I've grown, and not by just hardship. We learned that a couple of weeks ago. So Uncle Thaddeus, thank you. Appreciate you. Uncle Thaddeus. So, but, no. So that I'm getting ready to get off of here. I'm going to call you Uncle Thaddeus. All right. We will, Milagro, y'all got your points. I don't need to talk about the weather, but to be, and then I'm calling Uncle Thaddeus. Uh-oh. Okay. Thank you, Real Boston Media. What am I doing? Asia, don't ask him that right now. What am I doing? Weather, and then we're going to get off of here. Oh, Jesus Lord. It's 53 degrees right now. It's going to be 62 today at Windy at 3 p.m. That is going to be the high. However, during the high today of 62, it's going to be very windy. Tomorrow, it's going to be 62 as well. And so it's kind of early to say. I won't say it now, but yes, I do. All right. Y'all have a great day. And we'll talk to y'all tomorrow at 10 a.m.